Good morning from Tokyo. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. We're in Ginza right now. We're gonna take a train over to Shimokitazawa. I really thought I said that right. Today's video is focused on shopping. So vintage shopping in Japan, Tokyo area, metro area. We're gonna be going to some different types of boutiques and things like that. Should be a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to show you guys what this beautiful city has to offer. I'm still discovering it myself. It should be a little bit of an adventure for today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Drew. What it do? It's nice to meet you. Let's do some shopping in Tokyo, in Japan. We made it. Shimokitazawa. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but regardless, it feels like a real life anime. We're gonna be going to a couple specific vintage shops here. There's 4 in particular that I'm very, very excited about. I don't wanna botch any names, disrespect the Japanese. I think it's right around the corner. Let's go check it out. This place is crazy. So this is Raglamagla. My first impression of the shop was actually one of being a bit underwhelmed. But as I started to pick through the different items they curated, I started to see so many cool and unique garments. I don't know why I just said garms. From vintage military jackets to button downs, rings, pins, bags, this shop was legit. I ended up trying on this granddad shirt, which is basically just a collarless dress shirt. I haven't really seen these styled in a modern context. I've never really even seen them out and about either. I've just kind of seen them maybe on Pinterest or something. And I thought that maybe I could wear this, I don't know. The fit down the arm was really nice, but my question to you guys is, and I want your opinion on this, leave a comment. Are you supposed to tuck these in or just leave it out and kind of look like a babushka or a dadushka? Drew joining. That's me. Drew, what it do? That's so good. That was amazing. I can't remember everyone who recommended Shimokitazawa, or however you say it. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, no disrespect. But for all of you who did recommend this city, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Raglamagla just finished up there, was so much fun. The shop clerk was insanely kind and just accommodating, and my broken Japanese and his more than passable English was fun to interact with. He even looked up my channel and was giving me my props, which was really cool. This street that I'm on has a couple of other really prominent stores that I wanted to visit, but I want to make sure that I'm fueled up because I know it's going to be a lot of searching. I'm here with Lauren as well, so she's been walking around doing her thing. Man, I'm literally looking to the right now, and Japan is just looking beautiful. The sky is blue. I don't know, it's just hitting right now. Everything is hitting on a different level. Maybe it's the fact that I'm in a new country, probably that. Well, definitely, I don't know, I'm happy. Update from me, guys, we have not made it to our destination. I keep getting distracted by a whole bunch of I don't even know what to call it. I'm just getting distracted. It's awesome. I don't even know time, place, no concept. I'm just having a ball, honestly. I think I'm gonna meet up with Lauren and grab some food before we actually make it to Monk, and then we'll go to Monk, and then that'll probably end today for Shimokitazawa. Shimokiwa what? Shimokita what? But regardless, it's I'm having a fantastic time. just know that I'm having a fantastic time. Here's the dilemma I have. There are so many stores that I want to show you, but there's not enough time in a day or in a video to show you them all. So we're gonna focus in. We're gonna go to Monk next, which just opened up around the corner. One of the other vintage spots that I really wanted to check out while here, and one of the other vintage stores I wanted to check out here in Shimokitazawa. Should be pretty cool. We're gonna go check it out, see what it's talking about. So my mic died right as I entered Monk, but that's all good. Here is my MO on the vintage shop called Monk. Definitely a cool spot, well lit, had a lot of interesting items, but nothing that really wowed me and what I was looking for in particular. And this is because probably I had already purchased 2 items previously. I had got the Granddad shirt, I had gotten a bunch of pins, and it kind of felt like, to me, after Raglamagla, a watered down version of that shop, which might sound harsh, but Raglamagla was one of the best vintage shops I had ever been to up until this point. There were some other really cool ones in Shimo that I didn't get to show you, but regardless, Lauren was actually around the corner across the street somewhere in Shimokitazawa looking and finding cool pieces of her own, and she was like, yo, I need your help, like come help me decide on some pieces, help me decide on some clothes. So once I got that call, like the Batman symbol, I saw it and I dipped out of Monk and went to go help her. You know, it's been a long day when the microphone for your camera dies. I think my consensus about Shimokitazawa is that you need to spend at least 5 days here to get to everything. I'll give you my ultimate review on what I think about everything at the end of the video. This district, this city is just packed with stuff. Like, it's honestly, you could fill an entire week just shopping here. And I only went to 2 stores, or like 4 stores, and I could have spent, and I did spend all day there. So it is day 3 here in Japan. Today is absolutely beautiful. It's like 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's 20-ish degrees Celsius. I was about to say Celtitude. Today's shopping adventure will continue in Shibuya. We're gonna be hitting up Harajuku. We're gonna be hitting up Omatasando Street and Takashita Street, which should be a lot of fun. The time spent here in Japan has been an absolute blast. Shimokitazawa was a lot of fun. In fact, that already was one of the major highlights of our time here so far. It was a beautiful city, a beautiful place, and I don't know, it'll just always hold a special place in my heart because of just how the vibes were on 10 there, man. I don't know how to describe it. Let's go to Shibuya, let's go to Harajuku, let's see Takashita Street. Heard a lot about that in the past. I'm excited to see it firsthand. I've always wanted to visit a Beams Plus, and now that I'm in Japan, this is the perfect opportunity. There's one literally across the street. Let's go check it out. Such a cool store. I'm gonna be picking through a couple of things. I might pick up a pair of sneakers actually. It's been a minute since I've done that. Music might be overpowering my voice, but this is so cool. I was this close to picking up those CP Company Asics, but they only had a US size 10.5, so I guess I'm eating my own words because earlier I said the sizing is pretty accommodating. They didn't have a US size 11. He said that the largest size they had was a US 10.5, which is crazy. I've been looking at those shoes for a minute and I don't know, it would be kind of fun to pick them up in Japan, but no harm, no foul. We're gonna hit up a couple more shops, check them out, see what we can get into. Here's the problem that I have with Harajuku. Every time I step outside and I look at a new store, I spend like 30-45 minutes just looking, and it's impossible to index the entire thing. I was at the Beams record store, which was beautiful, and oh man, words can't even come close to trying to encapsulate how much fun I'm having right now. But like I said, it's tough because there is so much goodness, there's so much like interesting things that I want to show you guys that it makes it difficult to like take the time out of the, like not difficult, but like, you know, time is of the essence, right? Like there's so much else I also want to see and show you guys as well. When you get stopped by literally every other store, it makes it difficult in some respects, right? Hopefully it's coming across correctly.
Before we move on to the next day of shopping, I promised I would talk about this handmade leather bag from Kamakura in a previous video. So basically, right before sunset in Kamakura is about an hour train ride away from Tokyo, FYI, we stumbled upon a leather goods store that you could practically smell the quality from the street standing outside of the store. This older gentleman made all of these bags and goods by hand, and this item was probably my favorite purchase from the shopping I did in Japan/Tokyo because it just was so serendipitous. It wasn't something I was planning to buy, and when I saw this man who had so much joy and appreciation for a foreigner coming into a shop and buying this bag, I don't know, it just means a lot more to me, and it's a pretty special moment for, I would assume, for the older man as well, for the leather goods salesman.
Another day here in Japan, just got done at the local Lawson convenience store that is around the corner from where we're staying. Got my convenience store snacks for the morning, or it's actually 1 p.m. so don't tell anyone. I woke up kind of late today. But today we're going to be going to Nakameguro, which is another very prominent kind of shopping district in Tokyo metro area. I think it's like Shibuya metro area, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Visvum's there, Kapital's there, some other really cool Japanese brands that I've loved in the States that I'm going to actually visit for the first time here in Tokyo, which is going to be crazy. And there's a delicious looking sandwich sando place, like cream sando, cream fruit place, where I got the cream sandwich place that looks just delicious. So we're gonna try that as well. It's gonna be a fun day. It's a bit rainy, as you can kind of see from my jacket and whatnot, but it should be fun.
Being at Kapital in Japan was one of the coolest moments for my fashion journey. I had no idea what to expect upon entering the shop, and that freedom made me feel like a kid in an entirely different world again. Kapital in the US is always being sold in tandem or in comparison to other Japanese brands that are on the shelves at multi-brand retailers. What's displayed at these multi-brand retailers is their vision for what Kapital should be for Americans to sell to Americans. It's weird to explain it like that, but I had no idea the Kapital retail space would look and feel and move like this. It was provocative, very provocative for a lack of better words, and it totally changed my point of view of the brand. In terms of clothes, there were a few things that definitely stood out. If you watched the Japan pickups video, you would know, but overarchingly, if you come to Tokyo, do yourself a favor and come to Kapital in Nakameguro. It was an absolute experience that I wish I had more time to soak in.
What's up, everyone? We're back in sunny, warm, summery New York City, and there's a couple things that I wanted to touch on about shopping in Tokyo, overarching things that I just don't feel like are being explained while I'm actually doing the vlog. So that's why I have to add a little bit of a background voiceover talking bit to the video. Let me get situated here at the park and then we'll dive right into it, okay? Alright, now that we're all situated, let's talk for a second. I think the first biggest thing when it comes to shopping in Japan that might feel a bit understated in the video, but I don't want to understate it at all, is just the sheer amount of shopping that can take place in Tokyo, in Japan. It's actually it's on a level that I honestly, I wish you guys could just see. I wish I could take you there and just plop you in the middle of Tokyo or Shibuya, Harajuku, or Omotesando and Nakameguro, and like, so you could see just how much shopping is available there. And so, well, I showed you guys the 5 stores of the 200 that were available to see. Like, it just goes to show that, you know, Tokyo and its urban sprawl is on another level compared to what you typically see in cities. Even in New York City, you don't see as much shopping and the ability to shop as you do in Tokyo. I think another thing that's huge when it comes to shopping in Tokyo is the conversion rate of the yen to the USD. The yen right now is at an all-time, well, not an all-time, I think it's at a 30-year low in terms of its value compared to the US dollar. And so what that means is that you get more for being an American, being someone who has USD as their main currency in Japan. So that means your buying power is greater. So that means while you are shopping, things are cheaper than what they would typically be. On top of that, if you're shopping for clothes like from a place like Kapital, for example, like when a brand imports or when a multi-brand retailer imports Kapital, they often charge more so that they can make more because they have to pay for the cost of shipping the goods to the United States, where that cost doesn't exist in Japan. So the goods are even cheaper than what they would typically be compared to buying it in the US. Hopefully that makes sense. One thing that I would do differently if I was redoing my Japan trip, hopefully I get another opportunity to go to Japan and visit and experience everything again. But when it comes to shopping, what I would do differently is I would make sure I have the stores that I want to go to, because it's easy to say like, oh, I want to go to Harajuku, or I want to go to Omotesando, or I want to go to Shimokitazawa. And I did those things, but I didn't necessarily have that much specificity to the brands that I wanted to see while in the places I was at. And if I would have had that specificity, maybe I could have had experiences or shopped the things that I really wanted to. Not to say I didn't shop the things I really wanted to, but maybe I would have had a better opportunity to do that if I had that level of specificity already outlined in my itinerary, right? Overall, I'll say that Japan was an unbelievable country. I loved every minute being in Japan, and I loved being able to shop in Japan. It was one of the few places where I've been to, I've traveled a little bit here, where I did like an extensive amount of shopping, and I just felt like I was inundated with so much goodness, so many interesting items and accessories and things. And you'll see in future videos that there's a little bit more that I want to show as well anyways. But yeah, overall, Japan was fantastic. I even picked up this shirt. I didn't even show it in the video, but I picked up this shirt. The sun is like beaming perfectly right behind me, looking all gorgeous. But in some ways, I'm glad to be back in New York City because it's like amazing outside right now too. It's pretty much all I have. We're gonna conclude the video with this beautiful sunset behind me. As always, I'm spreading peace, love, and positivity in 2024. So that means I'm spreading peace, love, and positivity to you and more. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful rest of your day. Abianto. Peace. So what is good post vid? Let me cover the sun for a second. Here are the fist bumps for the one time, you feel me? Bop. There's one of them. 2 of them. We're outside of New York City right now. Bop. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. Dog just barked. Man, post vid. The Japan videos, the rollout is finally coming together. Everything's going really, really nicely. I like the way this video came out. Hopefully you guys did too. Let me know down in the comments, hashtag PVV when you answer. Do you have anything in particular that you're excited about for this summer? I know for me, I'm most excited about spending my first summer in New York City. We of course have big plans, travel plans, a lot of things in the works for the channel, and I don't know, I'm just very grateful to be in the position where I'm at, where I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and hopefully we can continue to get better and ride momentum and just continue to nourish the community that I'm always trying to build. So Lauren's over here just waiting for me like a... What's up? You want to say anything to the PVV?
It's a beautiful day to be outside.
Alright guys, we'll see you next time, okay?